Hello everyone, viewers, assalamu alaikum. Right now, this is me, Timeburnergg, getting back on the DIVAS Battleground Mongolia. Right now, we have all of your favorite teams from all over the Asian region, and here they are fighting for their slot for the grand finals of this event. We have $1,000 in the stake, and I hope all of the viewers are actually getting very much eager to see which of the teams are going to get the first winner chicken dinner. The match has already been started, so we are going to the match straight, and let's see which are the teams are getting the first couple of elimination. So let's just go on to the game, and I hope all of you viewers are excited. If you did not subscribe to the YouTube channel, then please do so, because we are going to host even exciting events on the channel afterwards. So definitely do subscribe and get notified about all the upcoming events of this live stream and every other thing that is going to happen over here. So thanks to all the sponsors, thanks to everyone who has supported the live and the tournament itself, and I really wish them all the very best for the upcoming events as well. Right now we are looking at the 17 top teams from the Asian region, and 66 players are on board in the plane. So let's talk about all the players. We have seen a very big clash between all these top tier teams in the previous day, and I hope it will continue today as well. So let's talk about the first couple of teams. Some of the teams are actually going for the Novo drop. Then after that, we are going to talk about the other teams who are actually going for the Milta power. Some of the teams are going for the military base, I hope, and that will be a big clash between all the players. I can see the ADITAMA Vipers team, they are actually going for their favorable Pochinki drop, and I guess some of the other teams are also following them along the way. So that means we are going to see some very exciting fight, and that fight is going to be very much hectic, not gonna lie. So let's talk about ADITAMA Viper first. They got the first winner chicken dinner in the previous day at the first game. So let's see if they can continue that winning streak. Right now we can see the other teams like XSOPHERE, they're actually following the same line of sight, and they're actually going towards the different drops. We can see the other teams like NAVIN, then Arena Defender Girls, they're actually going for the same style of drop as well, but maybe in a different spot so that they don't get into any sort of problems or anything like that. We can see some of the other teams like HORAA esports, they're actually getting ready for the fight, and they have some enemies in front of them, so not really sure if they are going to get into some troubles or something like that. But then again, we can see some other teams like JHDS ladies who are actually going for the northern Georgia pool, and they don't have any other enemies in front of them. So right now they are in a very good spot. They don't have to get into any sort of fight. But we are going to look at the HORAA esports lineup. As of now, we can see Crystal, she's here with her Dacia, and she definitely knows where to park that vehicle. But I feel like the parking is not that important as of now. They should definitely look out for the loot, and that quick run will be really helpful in the later part of the game. Crystal already has a M249 to begin with, so that's a cool start from her side, and I feel like they need a little bit of more grenades or other utilities that they can deploy for the fight or itself. So yes, she got a shotgun, so definitely that will be helpful in this type of scenario. As we have seen already, the shotgun is a big meta, and that will be another thing that we are going to talk about. But before that, I can see 22 PSYDUCK, they're actually getting into some troubles. They got the first elimination point, so that's a great start, but they have to continue that so that they can get into a better overall position. Irene was able to confirm the first elimination point, but right now they have to be careful because the team that they were fighting against, that UNK, I guess they got eliminated from this fight, and they had only one player to begin with, so not really sure what were they up to. But then after that, 22 PSYDUCK are actually trying to move away inside the military base. So in the military base, they don't have any sort of contest or anything like that, but they have to watch out, because once they get inside the zone, they will have to fight it out against the players in Milta or even in the other spots as well. Right now, let's talk about Irene and Ayana. So they're actually having a good starting point to begin with, and they have some particular vehicle that they can utilize. In this situation, they can definitely watch out for the other enemies and everyone else. But right now, Irene and her other teammates will go inside the military base all by themselves. They will have a very good loot to begin with, and all those level 3 gears will be definitely helpful. Okay, they have one enemy team in front of them, and that is none other than 19 girls, so they have to watch out. Right now we can see first knockout that was there, and Trewa was able to confirm the first elimination point. Then after that, we can see Yai Gaga was taken down, but Irene, Leah and Ayana right now they have to go and support their teammate. Preva has some like time to spend, and she can definitely heal herself up within that time limit. One Gangster Lady are in a good spot to begin with. They got the first knockout, and that elimination point will definitely be helpful in this type of situation. Preva will just try to hold on for a little bit, but 1-9 team will be able to hold themselves off. On the other hand, let's talk about the 22 team right now. PSYDUCK, they're in a bit of trouble. We can see Preva was able to confirm another elimination point, so Ye Gaga was not really able to deal any sort of damages to the enemy team, and she was stunned to death. Right now, the other players are just trying to use some utilities, but Preva, she's very smart, and in this occasion, we can see the other players are also holding themselves. So Irene right now, she's all alone, not really sure what was the plan over there, but Irene, she doesn't know where to move at right now. Preva was just looking for her, but somehow Irene and the rest of the team are really crumbled, and I don't know if they can get any sort of points in the match or anything like that. Maybe they will get eliminated at the beginning of the game, which will be really unfortunate as they were in a very good position to begin with. But Preva, that was a brilliant grenade from her side, and 1-9 Gangster Lady were able to take 4 elimination. Preva was the person who got the 4 kills, and that was a clean 1v4. So amazing start. A Mercenary, they're here right now, and they also lost one of their players. Right now they have to fight it against the NKL team. So let's see if NKL has what it takes to finish the enemies off. They got 2 of their players knocked out, so that's a shame. That's a very bad spot to begin with. Candy and Muskan too. They will just have to hold their positions one by one, and if they can use their utilities properly, then definitely that will be a big knockout, and that finishes will be helpful for the team for the long run. Right now, Candy was trying to use another big grenade, but I don't know if that will be like helpful or not. No, that was not doing anything for the players. But on the other hand, let's talk about Naxi. Is she trying to spot out some of the enemy players? Maybe she can spot someone, but not really sure if she knows about the enemy's locations or anything like that. Mudeng is in a very different position all by herself. So Naxi, if she like goes for the fight directly, that will be a very bad decision for her, and she might get eliminated. Muskan and her other teammate are just holding themselves, but Naxi was not really giving her position away. So she's in a good spot, and she can definitely intercept the fight. I guess NKL team is in a very bad shape. Okay, the first knockout that is there, and NKL user was taken down. She was eliminated. Naxi was able to confirm the first elimination point, but the rest of the players are going for the direct attack, I suppose. Not really, they're actually moving away. I guess they don't want to take the direct fight head on, and that can be a bad situation. We can see the other players. Okay, Arn, maybe she can get knocked out. Very nice. One other player was taken down. Muskan was able to confirm another elimination point for a Mercenary ESPORT. So a very good start to begin with, but let's see if they can continue that firepower and if they can eliminate the other 2 players in front of them. That will be a very big move from their side, and if they can wipe out the enemies, then that will be a very big sigh of relief. Mudeng was trying to leave as fast as she could, but somehow a Mercenary was not really able to get any sort of damages or anything like that. So Naxi and her other teammates will just try to like move on. They won't get any other chances to get any sort of elimination. But Muskan, she definitely needs some sort of a loot or something like that, I guess. Okay, another knockout. Naxi was able to confirm another one. Also, a 1v3 has been completed from her side. Naxi, a very beautiful start for a Mercenary ESPORT. 3 elimination all by Naxi herself. Let's talk about the next possible players. I guess a Mercenary ESPORTs will not have any problem while looting because they don't have anyone else in front of them. But once again, I can see BXG there in front of the team, and a Mercenary ESPORTs has to be real careful. Otherwise, this can be a big trouble. Chiang Baby and we can see Maybach and the other players, they're actually trying to move away inside the George Paul areas. In the position, we can see DETA, they're actually taking a fight. DETA VELORA, they're actually going up against God OMEN. So maybe God OMEN, they're in a little bit of trouble. And here we can see Viash. Viash is in a very like bad position, as we can see she's outside the circle, so she needs to move very quickly. Otherwise, this can be a bit of a trouble. We can see the other players like ADITAMA Viper. They're actually going up against the players from GA, and player 404 was taking a lot of damage. Somehow she needs to run away as fast as she can. The other players, Macha was taken down, so very good start. Aditama Viper, they're going for the first knockout. Rose, right now she's going for the second one as well. The things are not really looking good. Arena defenders, they're actually going for the knockouts as well. But player 404 and the other ones are going for the direct attack. Okay, Bay was able to take a knockout. Then again, Vanilla was taken down, so she needs to be revived. I guess Ace will go for the direct attack, and so far as we have seen already, Aditama Viper is in a very good position all by themselves. We can see NAVIN there here as well, and we can see only one single player is available for the fight. The rest of the three are already knocked out. Okay, that's a good one. So Macha was able to get a revive. So yes, that revive was very much necessary. But on the other hand, we can see another team are crashing into this hillside, and that is none other than Exosphere Esports. So Exosphere, maybe they can go for the direct attack, but G and Navin, they're in a very bad spot all by themselves. Our Untitled was taken down as well. So only one single player from G and Navin is available on this fight. Right now, I guess the other players will fight among themselves, and Aditama Vipers and Exosphere, they're going for the direct attack, and that's a bad bit of a mess. So I'm not really sure how Aditama Viper will hold themselves off. But Exosphere team, they're in a good spot. Okay, Test was knocked out, but Rose was taken down as well. So bad move from the Aditama side. Vanilla, right now, she is just jumping away from her vehicle because that could have been a very bad situation for her. But Vanilla, she needs to survive somehow. Aditama was not really able to get too many points in the last 3 games that we have seen yesterday. They got the first winner chicken dinner, but after that they're not really like up to the mark on this game itself. But here we can see the rest of the players like MAVS, ASTERIA, they're actually trying to move away as soon as they can. We can see the other players like GS is actually trying to do some damage. So maybe Abhi is just holding herself off on this tree, and she can hold off for a little bit. But the other players like Sheru and other players from MAVS Asteria are just trying to run away as quick as they can. They don't want to get involved in this fight. Already they lost one of their important players, like Manok was eliminated, but then after that we have to go and check out the team like a mercenary team. They are in a little bit of trouble already. One of their players were eliminated, as we have seen from the kill feed. After that, the rest of the players will have to hold on to the positions, and I don't know if they can survive on this fight or not. Right now, Sheru, Abi, and the other players like Zozo, they're actually just trying to move away as quick as they can. They got the first elimination, so already they started their elimination spree. They have to continue it, but for that they will have to hold on to their positions. Right now, just look at the overall positions and everything. Aditama and the other teams are actually climbing up very quickly, and that quick movement can be helpful in this type of situation. Here we can see the circle is being moved towards the extreme western side, so the George Paul area will be in a big contest. Then the other teams, some of the other teams who has a zone support will just try to hold on to their position. But one gangster lady are just trying to move inside the circle. They don't have any other contest in front of them, so while getting inside, they will have no problem whatsoever. That will be a big plus for them. But the circle, oh my god, this is actually going towards the JHDS ladies. They have a very good position that they can utilize in this situation, and they have to fight it out against the MAVS girls. MAVS Asteria will have a fight against JHDS ladies, and the other teams will definitely try to come in clutch. Why not esports is in a very important position. They will have other enemy players who will come around their position, and once they can get the chance, they will have to go for those elimination points. And those elimination points will be absolutely necessary if they want to get the win, and if they want to get some very early position points or elimination points. Right now, why not is just holding on to the bridge, but I guess they should go forward to the northern side of the George Paul side, because otherwise they will have a little bit of trouble against JHDS ladies. We can see some of the other players like a mercenary team are just trying to move inside, but Candy is all by herself. She doesn't have any sort of team support, but we have to go for Why Not Esports. Okay, we can see Notrisley, we can see Pew Pew, we can see Bhumi, and we can see Babybot. All the players are just trying to cross the bridge, but they have to be really careful, otherwise they can get into a lot of heat against the enemy teams. Aditama Viper, they're in a bad spot as well. We can see DETA, VELORA, they're actually moving inside the circle in unison, but they are still 1000 meters away, so they have to use their vehicles very quickly, otherwise this can be a little bit of a problem for themselves, so they have to watch out. But I feel like they should be doing this very quickly, or otherwise they have to face a little bit of trouble, as we have seen in the previous days and also in the other events as well. So that like they don't want to go through. Right now we can see Nahaya, she's just moving in with that like hovercraft, and that can be really helpful in this type of situations. She has a very how do I put this, she has a good vehicle to begin with. But we have to go back to GODSAINT girls. So there, here's GODSAINT Clutchy, she's here, and they have to fight it out against MAVS Asteria. Okay, Zozo, she was there, but somehow Zozo was not really able to spot any of the players in front of her. NKL team, they're actually moving in as well. Jojo definitely needs to use her weapons perfectly, otherwise she will not be able to get any sort of any knockouts. But right now she was able to spot one, and that's a good one. That was the thing that we were expecting. So NKL team was eliminated from this game. They didn't have any sort of chances or anything whatsoever. But we have to talk about Maybach. Right now she was taken down as well. BXG is in a little bit of trouble. They don't have the other two teammates who are available, and maybe they could have revived the player, but somehow Maybach doesn't have that chance anymore. GODSAINT girls are in front of us right now. We can see Evil X was the first person who got eliminated, but the rest of the three players are still available for fight. So I guess they will just go on for the direct battles, but the circle is actually closing in. So they have to watch out. They cannot afford to lose their chances whatsoever. But viewers, I hope you guys are interested to see the next possible outcome, and for that you have to subscribe to the YouTube channel that you are watching the stream on right now. MAVS Asteria, they are in a good position to begin with, but they have to watch out against GODSAINT girls, against NAVIN and the other players. XSOPHERE, they're also moving in as well. Jiaopu, she's an MVP, and she's also going for the first couple of finishes against the enemy player. Okay, we can see other players like Harley, Jiaopu, all the players are just holding on to their positions. We can see 1-9, they are also losing their players in front of XSOPHERE. CAMEL, we can see Dotidong, she's just moving in, and maybe they can confirm those elimination points, and after that they can move inside without any sort of issues or anything like that. A Mercenary Esports were eliminated from this fight. XSOPHERE CAMEL is also eliminating the teams in front of them, so not really sure XSOPHERE will stop at this point or not, but they have their full roster. Yesterday they didn't have it, so because of that, that was a little bit of a problem. But right now, as they have all their players available, I guess today will be a little bit of a different story all by itself. ADITAMA Viper, they were eliminated because of the final player got down from the enemy teams, and it was a shame because MAVS Asteria had a good position to begin with. ADITAMA Viper didn't have any sort of chances or anything whatsoever, but GODSAINT girls, they can hold on. But somehow Emim was eliminated, Evil X was eliminated early, and we can see Clutchy and her other teammate Nora. Right now they are the two players who are still available, but they're not really connected to each other. They're in a different position all by themselves, so they have to watch out for their side all by themselves. Right now MAVS Asteria was eliminated as well, and we can see GA, they were able to get those elimination points. A very good start from their end, but somehow the table toppers were not really spotted. That was a surprise for us, because as we have expected, the table toppers will take some fight early on, but somehow they're not really interested. They have a total different plan, and that different plan is actually working out in their favor. We can see HORAA Esports right now. We can see Crystal, she's here with us, and Crystal is just trying to deal a lot of damages, so I guess that will be helpful. We can see some other players like Ritika, she's just joined for the HORAA Esports lineup. She can also hold her position, and in this one she has some ridge that she can use, but that utilization will not be sufficient if she gets into any sort of vehicle damage or anything like that. If she can have a little bit of damage from any sort of utilities, then those ridges will not be helpful at all. But here we are looking at GODSAINT girls once again. Nora was also taken down, but she needs some sort of support from her teammate. Clutchy needs to use one or two smokes definitely. Without those smokes, that will not be really good one. Okay, nice one against Dotidong. The players from GA was not really able to deal any sort of damages. Why Not Bhumi was also taken down. Why Not Esports is not really having the best possible position in this fight, and XSOPHERE, they're in a good position. They lost two of their players early, so that was a bit of a shame, but the rest of the guys are still around us, so we will definitely see a big clash between these top tier players. Right now those grenades can be really problematic, but GS Clutchy, they're actually going for the fight. Arena Defender girls were eliminated from this battle at 12th position with only elimination point. They didn't get any sort of any placement points. We are down to the top 11. We just 18 minutes have been passed, but from those 18 minutes, we have seen some amazing clashes between the top tier teams. Right now, GA can definitely go into some fights, I guess. GA, okay. Doridong just moving in directly. That direct movement can be helpful. Oh my god, that's a good one. That's a very good one. Test was able to confirm GS CEO. They were eliminated from this fight, and we are down to the top 10 teams, and only 24 players are remaining in this battleground. So let's just talk about it. And XSOPHERE needs to move in very quickly. They got 9 elimination to begin with, so that's a great start. They have to finish it off as well, and they can definitely do it if they have the utilities that they are actually looking for from these crates. Okay, that's interesting. They're actually moving the crates itself. So that's the newest feature in the PUBG Mobile 4.2 update, and you can actually move the crates inside the zone if you want to. That's a very interesting way to use those crates for the later part of the game, and yes, she knows how to use this exactly. That's a cool move from their side. But we are actually looking at the DETA VELORA team. They started with 3 players. That was really unfortunate, because yesterday they were a big force to reckon with. But I was expecting like if they had all their players available today, they were going for the chickens and everything like yesterday, then that could have been a big start for the team. Okay, GODSAINT, they're in the bad spot already. They were taking some damages, but somehow one of the vehicles just got flipped. Okay, JHDS ladies, they're here as well, but 2 of their players are knocked out, and I don't know if they can survive this fight or not. We can see Crystal from HORAA Esports. They're also holding their positions one by one, but one of their players is actually taken down outside the zone, and I don't know if Shubha can survive. No, she cannot, and she was eliminated from this fight. Very unfortunate. We had some very big expectations, but somehow it was not really there. Ritika, she's here as well, but Crystal, she knows how to support the team, and GODSAINT girls knows how to attack on this situation. Right now, Nora, she's trying to move away, but she was taking a little bit of damage. So Ritika, she knows about the enemy's location. Right now, it's getting really tough for the player, and I'm not really sure if she can survive this fight or not. Nora needs to move away, but the zone is not really supporting her. The zone is actually a little too far from her, so I'm not really sure if she can move inside the circle or not. Nora will just try to hold on for a little bit, but then again, we are looking at the JHDS team. Dino and the other ones are just holding on all by themselves. DETA squad is in front of us right now, and we can see Jab, Deep, and Dino. They're the 3 players who are available on this fight. They have already spotted DETA VELORA, but somehow there was no contact points or anything like that. Ritika, she was taken down already, and we can see Crystal. She is here as well. Okay, Crystal is the only one who is still surviving on this fight, but HORAA Esports is in a little bit of trouble. They don't know how to utilize this sort of situation. Ritika needs to come close towards the Crystal, but that's a little too much. Ritika cannot move that quickly, and Crystal cannot go outside the zone and heal her teammate up, so that's going to be a little bit of tough thing to say. Right now, Chang Baby and the other players are just trying to move inside, but we are going to talk about GODSAINT, Tirisha, and the rest of the team that are just trying to move on, but they have to fight it out against the enemy teams like JS were losing some of the players. Okay, Wheezy and Tirisha, both of them were eliminated, and right now we are down to the top 5s. Let's talk about the teams. DETA VELORA, they're here with 2 players, I guess 1 player now, because the other 2 were knocked out. They need to be revived, but that quick revival process needs to be done very quickly, otherwise this can be a little bit of a problem. So let's talk about the other players. DETA VELORA are really taking a lot of damages. Young girl, she knows how to deal with this stuff, but XSOPHERE is a little too much of a opponent for the team, and because of that they don't know how to survive this fight. This is looking not really good for the team. Why Not Esports were also eliminated from this fight. We can see JHDS ladies, they're the one who are still available on this fight, and they have fired out against XSOPHERE CAMEL. They have only some of the players are available, but that's like 2 player can be definitely a big trouble for JHDS ladies. Jeb is using her like smoke and anything for the like movement that can be helpful, but Young Girl was already taken down. So another team is taking an exit. We can see Test and her other teammate Doridong. They're the 2 players who are still surviving on this fight. They have the heal support, and with that heal, definitely they can get the winner chicken dinner. That can be a good start, but no, what was that? Jab was able to confirm a knockout, and that was a brutal knock against XSOPHERE Esports. So okay, the player Test was able to deal some more. Jab and the other ones are just trying to move in very quickly. Okay, that was a clean knockout, but Jab right now, she needs to go in for the attack. She knows where the enemies are actually waiting here, and right now Test, she is in a little bit of trouble. She was taking some damages, but Test was eventually eliminated. So JHD Esports were taking the first winner chicken dinner. A very good start from their side. A very clean chicken dinner with a big elimination tally. That will be really helpful, and I really wish them all the very best. So let's see if they can get a little bit more in the upcoming one as well. So let's just talk about it, viewers. Let's just talk about the results and all the details. I hope you guys are having a good time already, and if you did, then definitely do let us know by commenting down your favorite team on the live stream itself. If you like our like stream and every other details, then definitely do follow us on our social handles, and I hope you guys are having a good time right now. Let's talk about the winner team, JHDS ladies. They took 6 LMs. That means total 16 points from the first winner, first winner chicken dinner. They took 16 points, but then again, we're talking about the next possible info and everything. So yes, here we can see all of the other players. They're here, and we can see the winning team stats. Jeb got 3, Jab got 3 as well, Dino got 0, unfortunately, Jesma got 0. So like the two of their players we're taking some good elimination points to begin with, so that's a good one. So right now let's talk about the next possible informations and everything. So here we can see the winning team, but I have to talk about the MVP. That is none other than Exosphere Camel Dodi Dong. She's here with us with 6 LMs all by herself, and that elimination tally is speaking for herself as well. That was a very good start from their side, and we can see a total of 5 knockouts from her side, 3 assists, 86 total heal, and we can see a total of 23 minute and 41 second survival time. So a very good matchup from their side. Exosphere, finally they are back, and they will just try to hold on to this position. I hope in the next one they'll be able to deal a lot of like damages, and they will be in a better overall position, not gonna lie. So let's talk about the next informations. We want to see the overall match rankings, the details and everything, so that that's gonna show up in front of us, and I hope you guys are very much excited to see all the results and everything. Let's just get ready for it, viewers. Right now, the overall results, the standings that's in front of you guys, and we can see Exosphere Camel, they are here with the first 20 points. So a 20-point start is a big one, and that big result will be definitely helpful. I really wish them all the very best. Let's see if they can do a better job in the next one. If they can get the win, that will be a big thing for the team. So let's wish them all the very best. Then again, we have to talk about the winner team of this game. That is JHDS ladies with 16 points. They were able to get some very big finishes, so that's a great start from their side. Let's talk about the next possible teams, the next informations that's gonna come up. Why not esports? They also did an amazing job. One gangster lady, they took some very important 8 points, so that 8 point will be helpful for the squad. They will try to like carry on to their better positions overall, and if they can get a better result in the next one, then that will be even more amazing. So yes, let's talk about the like next couple of teams. The teams who got the least amount of points are BXG, GSCEO, NKL team, and 22 PSYDUCK. Somehow they all took 1 point each, so there were no team who went empty-handed. So yeah, that's a good start from all the sides. Really wish them all the very best. But viewers, then again, we have to talk about the other teams. Like, let's talk about Exosphere Harleach. Right now, she's in the top position with the most amount of elimination. DETA Young Girl and Milu, they're in the second and third position overall. And DETA VELORA is just trying to get some like big revenges in the next one as well. Then again, we have to talk about ADITAMA Rose. She's in the fourth overall position. Then we have to talk about UNK Zyla. She's in the fifth overall position. So really wish them all the very best. Let's see if they can climb up the ladder in the next one as well. So let's talk about it, and let's talk about all the results and everything. Overall top players, that's in front of you guys, but we have to talk about the overall results, and that overall results is in front of you. DETA VELORA, they're still in the first position, and they will just try to hold on to their position for the second, third, and fourth game as well. But Exosphere Camel, they are making a comeback. They're in the overall second position as of now. MAVS ASTERIA went down in third. ADITAMA Viper, they went in fourth. Then after that, we can see Arena Defender Girls and 22 PSYDUCK. So Exosphere made a huge jump, and that huge jump is actually telling us how cool the team is and how well they are performing actually. So that performance will be really a good and a very good thing. But right now, viewers, let's talk about the other teams who are making a comeback. JHDS ladies, after that winner chicken dinner, they're in a good spot overall at 7th. Then after that, we can see one gangster lady, they're at the 8th overall position with 30 points. But the other teams like who are making comeback, Why Not Esports from India and GODSAINT, they're actually making a comeback, and that comeback should be absolutely necessary because we want to see a big climb up on the ladder. So let's talk about it, viewers, and I hope you guys are excited for it. Let's just get ready for the next possible info and every detail. Right now, viewers, we are going for a short break, and after the break, we're actually coming back with the match number 2. So don't go anywhere. We're coming back with the Miramar one. Stay tuned. All right, hello everyone. We are back once again, viewers, and let's get ready for the Miramar game itself. We are back in it, and let's talk about all the teams. But what has happened? Somehow, God's Omen, they were able to get the first elimination point with a machete. That's a nice one. Then we can see the other players are actually using the daggers. For some reason, this is not a like fight with the guns anymore. They're using their might. They're using their hands, and they are getting dirty. So not really sure what are they up to, but we can see the other teams like BXG. Somehow they lost two of their players very early in the game. That was really unfortunate, but but I don't know if they can climb up the ladder. If they are losing their players early, then that will be a very big letdown for the two players who are actually surviving on this fight. So not really sure what are they up to, but let's talk about it as well. And here we can see Chang baby. She's just trying to move in with the players, and she needs some sort of weapon support or anything like that. That can be helpful in this type of situations. But then let's talk about NKL. Mutang is just here as well, and they are actually taking the fight, and they are going up against GSCEO maybe or GA NAVIN. So there are two different GA lineups. Here we will be able to see another big clash between the teams. NKL, they're in front of us in the Pecaro region, and they're actually going for the quick fights. User, she's here with us, and right now they're actually getting ready. We can see the other players are just trying to heal themselves. They are just trying to go for the quick real loots and everything. But Gia Naveen, they're not really going for it. They are going for the battle, and we can see already they've confirmed 2 elimination points very early in the game. So that's a great start. Let's see if they can continue that firepower in the later part of the game, and if they can, then that will be a big plus point for the team. We can see G and Naveen, they're actually holding their positions, but one by one the other enemy players are coming from their side. So maybe this is going to be a bit of a trouble for all of the players out there. So not really sure what can they provide, how many points that can they can accumulate. We will just hold on and see how many points they can achieve. But viewers, let's talk about the next possible information. We can see G and Naveen, they're also just trying to hold on for a little bit, but here we are. Let's talk about all of the players who are actually holding their position in Picado. We can see G and Naveen, player 404, who is actually just trying to hold on to her position. She can already spot the players from NKL. Maybe there is only one single player from NKL team, so she needs to be really careful, otherwise she will get eliminated in this battle, and that will be a very bad start for the NKL. As we have seen already, they're already in the top 16th position. They're not in the top 10 or anything like that, so that will be a bit of a trouble, as they're gonna lose their chance. And right now Earn is just trying to hold on to the position, but the other players are just trying to climb up onto this building, and in the staircase she's just trying to hold on with that DBS. Not really sure if she can pull it off though, so let's just talk about it. And we can see the other players are just trying to reach into the facility as well. Okay, we can see the GSCEO, they're actually just holding their positions, but right now, sorry, that's not GSCEO, my bad, that's GN Naveen. So the G and Naveen lineup is just trying to hold on. Okay, that's a good start against NKL team, and they're using their SMGs for the first knockout. And yes, that was a clean one. And already we can see Gia was able to confirm that elimination point. A great start. NKL user will just try to flee from this position. She will not dare to take this fight head on, as she lost all her 3 members very early in the game. We have seen only 5 minutes has been passed, but before those 5 minutes, she lost 3 of her teammates. So that's a bad start, and definitely if she can survive, then that will be a bit better, I hope. So we will talk about that as well. NKL team, they're still holding on, and they will try to run away as fast as they can, and I hope they will not stop in this particular compound, because that's really close to El Pozo, and definitely the other team will just try to hunt them down. So that will be a little bit of a problem, as we have seen already. User is just trying to hold on all by herself. Right now she has that M416, and shotgun combination is a good one, but she's more of a UMP person, so that's why she is gonna pick that up. And with that M4 UMP combo, she can definitely try to deal a lot of damages once she gets into the mood. Already we can see the NKL team lost the big chance, and in the previous match they were not really doing that good as well, so they're in a very tight spot, and if they lose this match early as well, then that will be a big problem. Not really sure how will they cope up on this situation, but here we are. Let's talk about HORAA esports over here, and we can see Miss Didi, and she has her other teammates, like she has Ritika, she has Shubha and Crystal. All the players are just trying to hold on to this position beside the Montenevo, and they can definitely climb up the Picado hills, and once they get into the position, they can definitely go for the early elimination or knockouts at least. So that will be a big plus point. Right now we can see Didi, she's just holding on all by herself, but right now the zone and the movement is going to be a little bit hectic, so she needs to move quickly, and that vehicle, that Coupe RB, will be really helpful in this type of situation. But she's more of a loot person than she's actually going for the battle. So right now she can wait a little bit. She definitely looking for M416 or a Scarl or AUG A3 even. Maybe that can be a little bit helpful because right now she has that M249 that's really good for the close and mid ranges, but for the long range spray that's not really ideal. So that's why she's looking for a different weapon choice, I guess. So that's her plan. Maybe let's talk about the other players. Crystal, right now she has her weapon choices and all the M416 and the shotgun combination. That's really gonna come in clutch once she get into her perfect position. From the Montenegro area, they can just move in directly. And then again, we are gonna talk about the ADITAMA Viper. Right now, they're actually going for the battle, and already the first knockout was there. A Mercenary Esport are in a little bit of trouble, as we have seen already. Right now, Eve, she's there with us, and Eve can definitely go for the direct attacks, but she needs to be careful because Aditama Vanilla, she's in a very good position all by herself as well. But right now, this is going to be tough, and she might be taken down, but that was a very nice save from her side. Right now, we can see Eve just trying to hold on to her position, and she needs to heal herself up. Otherwise, this can be a very big trouble. Right now, she has only some bandages. Maybe those bandages can be helpful in this situation. But the other players, what are they doing? Candy, she can definitely try to spot out the enemy player. But Vanilla, she was not really giving her position at all. Already, we can see other teams are actually taking some fights as well. GODSAINT girls, they're going for the direct attack, and that will be really crucial. From their side, they are going for the first knock, but can they finish off the enemy? That's going to be our main question. Over here, we can see Aditama Viper. They lost one of their players early, but the rest of the three are just trying to climb up the ladder. We can see GS team. They're actually losing their players. 1-9. They're also going for some like trouble as well. They're also losing their players one by one. And XSOPHERE Esports is just coming up in the clutch, and already they're trying to confirm all this elimination point. 1-9 Gangster Lady. They are also losing their players, and Soda was also taken down. So there are only one single player who is actually trying to survive, who is actually trying to recover from that bad position. But XSOPHERE will never let that happen, and we can see 1-9 Gangster Lady has been eliminated from this battle with only 0 points. So that was a very bad start. They were not really looking forward to see this type of a result, but somehow it was not really their game in this moment, and because of that they lost a big chance of points. Right now we can see Aditama Viper, they're also holding on to the position. Muskan can definitely be a very like cheeky player in this situation, and she can definitely try to deal a lot of damages to the enemy players. Let's talk about Vanilla. She's trying to move away as fast as she can, but she also needs to be careful because otherwise she can get into some troubles. Right now they lost one of their players very early. We can talk about GS. They have to take a fight, I guess, and already we can see the other teams like XSOPHERE are just trying to move in very closely. So these two teams, maybe they have to take a little bit of a fight, so we will just talk about that when it starts. But the circle is actually moving towards the extreme northern sides, so let's just talk about it. The Lacuberia area is going to be a big plus point. If 22 PSYDUCK can get it, then that will be a clutch. Then after that we can talk about the God's OMEN team. They can also move in very quickly, and that quick movement can be helpful in this situation. We can talk about the other teams like the MAVS ASTERIA. They can move in. DETA VELORA, they are actually a slow starter team, so they can like start very slowly. They can climb up one by one, and they can definitely go for the later part of the match, and they can go for the attacks. We can talk about the other teams like CEO, NAVIN. Both of the team are just having all their positions and everything, so they're in a good spot to begin with, but they have to watch out because otherwise they can get into some troubles. HORAA Esports, they are actually moving in. We can see the DETA team, they're actually using their vehicles. Unfortunately, one of them just got knocked out, and the other players will just try to help her. That Koenigsegg 1-1 was restored, so right now they can just move on all by themselves. Actually, in Miramar, the buggy is more preferable than all the other vehicles. Sometimes the players are using horses as well, but not really the cars. That cars can be a little bit of a hassle sometimes, so they have to watch out. They have to drive this very slowly and steadily so that they don't crash those vehicles and get into any sort of troubles. Right now some other fight is actually starting, so we want to check that out first. Let's talk about it. HORAA Esports is in a little bit of a trouble. They're in a bad spot all by themselves, but right now the other teams are actually fighting it out, and we can see HORAA is trying to retaliate a little bit. Let's see if they can get a good position or not, so we will just talk about it. We can see the other players like from HORAA Esports, Rachel and the next of the players like Shubha, all the players are just holding their position on top of those hills, and from that pinnacle of the hill they will just try to get onto the fight. We can see HORAA Esports, then not just HORAA, the other teams are also climbing up on top of those hills. So we will see a very big clash between all these top tier teams. So the team like AMZ, they are also taking a little bit of trouble. Mercenaries are just losing their positions one by one. The circle is actually not really giving any sort of information or anything like that, but ADITAMA, they were eliminated in this battle, and already we can see the AMZ team, they're in a little bit of a trouble as well. In the Pecado region, they were fighting it out against Aditama Viper, and already Aditama lost that fight 1v3 against the team AMZ. That was a bit of a like mishap from the Aditama side, but it was a great fight. We can say very good things for the team AMZ, a Mercenary Esports. They did an amazing job. Then again, we have to talk about Crystal. She's in a good spot all by herself, but she can fight it out against Matcha. But Matcha was in a very good spot all by herself, so she's not gonna miss that chance. And right now, let's talk about them. Og versus M416. That's a good knockout. Crystal was able to take the knockout, but Matcha right now, she's in a bad spot all by herself. Her other teammate, player 404, was also taken down. We have to talk about the other teams like Why Not Esports. They're also taking a little bit of fight. We can see GN NAVIN, they're in a bad spot. Matcha and player 404 needs to be revived very quickly. That quick revival can be helpful in this type of situation, but we have to talk about the other teams like 22 PSYDUCK is actually just trying to move into the position, and that movement can be a little bit of a problem for GN NAVIN. They're actually trying to move away as quick as they can. Here we can see Hia and the other players are just waiting outside of this position, so they can definitely go for some direct attacks. That can be helpful in this type of situation. But here we can see the other players from 22 PSYDUCK, they're actually just holding on like on the side of those cliffs. So from that area they can definitely go for the attack, and they can definitely stay still for a little bit. They can give the enemies the chance to move in, and once they do that, they can definitely go for the retaliation fire. That will be another fight that we are going to talk about. Here we can see Ayana, we can see the other players already. Everyone is just going for the attack, but Irene, she was the first person who was able to get the first elimination point, so that was a good start. But let's see if she can continue that winning power as well. So let's just talk about it. Let's talk about PSYDUCK team. Ayana Bai, she's just here as well, but unfortunately she didn't get any single elimination so far, so she can wait a little bit. We can see here and the other players from GA NAVIN, they're actually just holding on all by themselves. They don't want to like lose this position. If they lose it, then that can be a big problem, because they're on top of the hill. They have a very good view of the enemy players. They just have to stay still. They cannot afford to lose this position, otherwise this will be a very bad situation for the team. They already spent a lot of fuel and a lot of utilities for their side. They got their position, but right now if they cannot defend it, and that will be a bit of a problem. We can see here she got the first 3 elimination points, but right now they have to like climb down a little bit. They can use their vehicles, they can wait it out over here, and I can see some of the vehicles are just falling off the cliff, so not really sure if that vehicle will survive on this situation or not. Here we can see they can loot this position, and they can loot those crates right now, as they have a very good position to work with. We can see the other teams like MAVS, ASTERIA, they're actually going for the fight, and DETA, VELORA, they're losing their players. Nahaya was knocked out. We can see 3 of the players knocked back to back, and Milu is the final player who needs to move inside. Right now she doesn't have the zone support as well. She's in a very bad spot all by herself, and not really sure if she can like get some good position or not. Right now she needs to heal herself up first, but that will be the chance, that will be the cue for MAVS, ASTERIA. They can go for the direct attack right now, and 1v1 situation against Avi, and Avi was able to get the finish, and yes, that's a great one for the team. And MAVS, ASTERIA was able to take 4 elimination. 2 went to Abi and 2 went to Sheru. So yeah, a very good start from their side, but right now they have to fight it out against another big team, that is the XSOPHERE lineup that we are going to talk about over here. We can see Japu, Doridong, Hurley and Test. So they took the first 2 elimination points early, but Dodi Dong was taken down right now, so she's in a bit of a trouble right now. She needs to get a revive, but she has the enemy player in a little too far away, and teammates will try to support, but that's not gonna happen. Japu was also taken down. She's in a bad spot as well right now. She was taken down, and I don't know if she can get a revive or not. That's not gonna happen. Once again, another player was eliminated, and EXOSPHERE, they lost the players in a very quick succession. So not the plan that they were actually looking forward to, but somehow it did happen, and this is gonna take a big toll of those players. We can see Eve, Muskan, Candy, and Nexi. All the four players are here, but viewers, we can see they lost one of their players very early in the game, but the rest of the three, they're here, and they took some very important elimination against ADITAMA Viper in the early fight. But let's see, can they take some more in the later part of the game as well? But we have to watch out. We have to watch out, and we have to get the results so that we can see how many points are they accumulating on this one. Right, viewers, let's talk about G and NAVIN. They're in a good spot all by themselves. They're in the center of the circle, so all the other teams are just gonna come in, and definitely they can go inside the fight without any sort of hesitation or anything like that. Here we can see the viewers rooting for a lot of teams, but let's talk about a mercenary esports. Candy definitely can spot some of the players, but she cannot get the elimination points as of now. We can see the other players like GA Navin, they're here as well. GS CEO were eliminated, so two teams from the same organization, but somehow one of them survived and the next did not. So yes, a good one for Hia and Artrinzi, but Macha and player 404 needs to be revived. They got the first elimination points that they were actually looking for, but then again we have to talk about BXG. The other teams are actually fighting it out, and here we can see JHDS ladies, they are actually in the fight, and NKL team, they were also eliminated from this fight. And why not esports were able to confirm a very important elimination from this fight. They are in a good spot already, but they need to climb up the ladder. They're in the 12th position overall in this point, but they are actually looking for the top 10. Even in the top 5, that will be a big thing for the team, so they have to take some points back to back. That can really be a very big confidence booster. Here we can see JHDS ladies. Right now we can see Jesma, she's here with us, and Jab, she needs to be revived. So Jab and Jeb, right now both the players are here. Dino was eliminated early, so unfortunately they have only 3 players to be, fight with in this point. Right now a mercenary team can be spotted in front of them, and if they are actually climbing up the ladder, then definitely they have to take the fight against mercenary, and that is going to be a little bit tough because they don't know about the enemy's exact locations, and that exact location can be really tricky. As we can see, the other teams are just trying to climb up over here as well. The 19th minute has been passed already, and here we can see 12 team and 32 players. Like, the player count is actually very high on this situation, but we have to watch out. We can see the other players like HORAA esports is just trying to move in very quickly, and right now we have to watch out. Already that can be a knockout, but no, that was a bad miss. We can see only one single player, Shubha, who is the one who is still surviving. We can see Shubha and Crystal. They are the 2 players, but somehow they didn't stand a chance against JS ladies, so they're in a good position. But right now that revival process is going to be very tough for our players. Right now HORAA Crystal is just trying to hold herself up a little bit, but she needs to heal so that she doesn't get inside the zone damage and she gets eliminated over here. But Jab, she is cooking a grenade, and that grenade can be really helpful in this type of situation. Somehow that didn't do too much. Okay, nice one. That elimination was absolutely necessary. Chang and the rest of the players are here. Crystal HORAA was eliminated eventually, so she was down without taking any points. Very unfortunate. They took some very important knockouts, but somehow they didn't get any points in the end, so that was really unfortunate to see. Jab has already confirmed 4 elimination points, as we have seen already. MAVS, they're here. We can see OMEN, they're here with 4 eliminations, and we are down to the top 8 teams. These teams will get the overall placement points. So let's talk about it. MAVS, they are here with all the players, so they're in a very good spot to begin with, and they will try to confirm as much as elimination point as they can get. We can see the other teams like GS, GODSAINT Girls, they're here as well, and they can definitely go for the direct attacks. We can see the other players like NC, and the other players are just trying to hold on to the position. Sheru and the remaining ones are here as well. Candy was taken down, and I don't know if she needs to be revived or she got eliminated all by herself. So maybe she can get a revive, but GODSAINT girls will not let that happen. We can see other players like Manok going for the direct attack, and 22 PSYDUCK, they're in a very bad spot all by themselves. Right at 22, Gaga will be eliminated if I'm not wrong. Ayana was also taken down. So GODSAINT girls, they're actually dealing a lot of damages to the enemy players. GODSAINT and GS, so G and NAVIN, GS CEO, all the players are just trying to move into the position. LGZ might be taken down. Very good one from Manok. She knows how to use this weapon, and from the very long distances, she is dealing a lot of damage to the enemy players. That's a good one. Right now, 22, they were eliminated, and why not were able to get the elimination point. So very good one. But I don't know if Why Not Esports is available. No, they were also eliminated from this fight. So after taking 5 elimination, they took 2 placement points and 7 points in total for the team. Then after that, we have to talk about XSOPHERE. We can see Harley and Test, 2 of their players are just trying to hold on to their position. We can see the players are doing a lot of damages back to back, but yet again they are surviving with the top 2 players from their end. Test and Harley definitely needs to do a lot of things all by themselves if they want to get the win. In the previous one, they were very close to get the chicken dinner, but somehow they fell a little bit short, so they were not really happy about the whole situation. Right now, MAVS, they need to move in. Manok was holding herself outside the zone, and that really took its toll. She lost quite a bit of her HP, but right now she can heal herself up, but that's not going to happen because the enemies are actually firing, and we can see JHDS ladies, Jeb, is trying to deal a lot of damage for the enemy players, and here we can see JH is trying to move inside the zone, but that's going to be tough. We can see the MAVS team, they're also moving inside, and that quick movement can be helpful in this sort of situations, but Zozo was taken down already. MAVS, right now they don't know what to do. The enemies are really close to one another. We can see XSOPHERE CAMEL were eliminated. Right now they took 9 overall points and they died at the 5th overall position. We can see the other players, MAVS, they took total 10 eliminations already. JHDS ladies was also eliminated, and here we can see G and NAVIN Matcha was also taken down. So right now this fight is between GODSAINT girls and MAVS ASTERIA. Let's see who gets the W. Right now MAVS ASTERIA has some of their players knocked out, and this is a big chance for the GODSAINT girls, but they have to watch out. Abi, she knows this is going to be a tough fight for the players, but she cannot go and revive her teammates as of now. She knows about the other players like Clutchy and even X. She was spotted. So Clutchy, she was taking a lot of damages from the MAVS team, but still they have to watch out. Nora was taken down. That's a good one from Manok. Sheru is still knocked out, but she needs some sort of support, but that's not going to happen. Evil X will go for the kill confirmation, and right now we are down to a 3 versus 3. Clutchy and the next of the players are just trying to move on, but Manok was taken down by Clutchy. So a good start from their side. Abi is just going for it, but somehow that's going to be tough. We can see GODSAINT girls are still trying to hold on to their positions, but Zozo and Abi, right now, they are the 2 players who are just trying to hold on to the position. Nora was finally taken down from this fight, and here we can see Clutchy is just trying to move on very quickly. That quick movement can be helpful, but she is actually trying to like switch her seat, but that's not going to happen. GODSAINT girls, eventually they won the fight. Congratulations for this amazing victory, guys. That was a brutal fight in the desert, and at the end, GODSAINT girls, they were on top of the battle. So congratulations for all the players. Let's talk about all the viewers and everyone who is actually interested to watch. So I hope you guys are having a wonderful day at the office, and here we are gonna talk about the top teams in this lobby. Let's talk about the teams, and I hope you guys are really excited to see GODSAINT girls who were able to take the winner chicken dinner. Yes, they took a total of 11 eliminations, so a very good one, and 13 knockouts, overall 2000 plus overall damage. That was great, but let's hope that they can do even better in the upcoming matches as well. So yes, congratulations for this amazing victory. But viewers, I hope you guys are excited for the next map, because that's going to be even harder, because we are going back to Rondo on the next one. Before that, we have to talk about all the players. Evil was able to take 5 elimination. Emin was able to take 2. Nora was able to take 2, and Clutchy, she was able to take 2 elimination as well. So eventually we have to call out Evil X as she was the MVP from the team. She did the most of the damages all by herself. But yes, is she the MVP? Yes, she is. With 913 overall damage, she was able to take a very exciting 7 knockouts, 5 elimination, 2 assists, by the way, from her side. So that was really impressive as well. And let's wish her all the very best so that she can do a lot better in the next one as well. So let's just hope for that. But viewers, I hope you guys were enjoying the first couple of matches. Let's just hope that all of our players can continue that firepower in the upcoming match, upcoming rondo match, and the last wrangle match as well. Let's talk about the top players. We can see most elimination point went to Evil, most damage went to Maves Manok. We can see Maves Sheru as she was the most grenade elimination taker. Then after that, the longest elimination went to 22 PSYDUCK Ayana. Then after that, we have to talk about the top traveler of this game. That is none other than GA Mui. Okay, so yeah, are we going for a break? Hello. Okay. Okay. So let's talk about the overall results and everything. So yeah, the match standings that's gonna come up in a little bit, and we can see GODSAINT girls they were able to take 21 points from this game. MAVS ASTERIA they took 17. GN NAVIN they took 13 points. JHDS ladies they took 11 points, and these are the top four teams who took the double-digit points. But here we can see the five teams, the bottom five teams who didn't take a single point. That's really unfortunate. HORAA, NKL, GSCEO, DETA, VELORA, and 19 Gangster Lady. These are the teams who didn't take a single point from this game. That was really unfortunate, as we were expecting a lot better from the teams, but somehow it did not happen. So viewers, really wish them all the very best so that they can do a little bit better in the upcoming one as well. So let's just wait for that. But viewers, I hope you guys are enjoying the first couple of matches. As we have seen already, some of the players were doing a lot better, but let's just hope that they can climb up the ladder even higher. Let's talk about the top players here. We can see XSOPHERE Hurley. She's in the top position. So she's here with 19 elims and 3,200 overall damage. She's just on a different level all by herself. Then after that, we have to talk about Maves Manok. She took 12 elimination. Then after that, we can talk about Young Girl, who took 11 elimination. We can talk about DETA Milu, who took 13 elimination. But the damage comparison between she and her teammate was a little too much. We can see GA here. She was able to confirm 10 elimination, and yes, the top five players are here, but overall ranking is going to tell us something else. Let's just talk about it. And I know the comparison is a little too tight for us right now, and we have to talk about it a lot more than this. But viewers, right now we have to talk about it because the top teams, the top tier teams, will only have the chance to climb up to the grand finals, and that grand final is going to be a very tough calling for every one of us who are actually watching. So yes, let's talk about the overall standings, and here we have Maves ASTERIA. They're in the first position. XSOPHERE has been toppled down. So right now they're not in the top position anymore, and I'm not really sure if they can climb up on the ladder or not. Right now we can see the other players like DETA, VELORA, they just climbed down a little bit. GODSAINT and JHDS ladies, G and NAVIN, they're actually climbing up. Why not esports? Even they also took some very important points, and they also climbed up a lot. Then after that we can talk about God's Omen. They took 16 points from the first 6 games. As we were expecting a little bit too much from them, I'm not really sure what is actually going wrong, but still they have to do a little bit better if they wanna like catch some very good points from the game itself. But here we are actually going to talk about for a little bit longer. And viewers, I hope you guys were enjoying the match thoroughly. So let's just get ready for it. We are looking at the overall standings, but still we have 2 more matches remaining today. So I hope you guys are actually excited for the next possible informations, and I guess the next match is going to come up in a little bit. So viewers, before that, we are going to take a very short break once again, and after the break we're coming back, so don't go anywhere. Hello everyone, we are back on the third game of the day and let's talk about the results and everything. Already you can see MAVS ASTERIA is in a very good spot to begin with, but what just happened? HORAA Esports, like they're doing a wonderful job. They're getting a lot of good starts. So right now they lost two players very early, which was not the way that we were actually expecting them to do, but somehow Ritika was able to take a knockout and maybe she can go for the elimination point as well, but she needs to be really careful. But the other players from DETA, VELORA, they're not here, I guess. So what just happened? Where are they? We have to talk about that a little bit. So let's just talk about it. And here we can see the other players are actually going for the fight. Evil X, she was eliminated against XSOPHERE Esports. Right now, Japu, she was able to get the elimination point. But here we can see the other players like HORAA. We're just waiting. I don't know why. That was a bad move from Ritika herself, and she is in a very tight spot. I don't know if she will be able to survive this fight or not, but let's talk about the rest of the players. Here we can see Exosphere, they're actually eliminating player from the left and from the right as well. Back-to-back knockouts can be helpful in this situation, but they are losing the players, so they're on the losing end. Let's just not talk about it anymore. Here we can see Nahaya was able to take a very good elimination point in this position, and she was able to wipe out the HORAA player. Right now, I want to know where is the final player of the team is. So let's just talk about it. And here we can see all the players. Right now, you can see GODSAINT girls. They took the last winner chicken dinner, and here we can see two of their players are flying in. So I guess they were eliminated very early and they got a revive. Somehow some of their players were recalled. I guess Clutchy needs to be recalled as well. So let's see if she can get that or not. So let's just talk about the next of the player next couple of players. And here we can see Miss Norash, who is actually here. We can see Evil X, she was the MVP from the previous game, but right now she needs to perform even better. So let's just see if she can do it or not. Right now, using the Dacia, she can definitely go for the next recall tower, and they can like call her other teammates. We have to talk about GO, Wheezy, Lara, they're here with us, and God's Omen. Right now, they're actually getting some elimination point. And Arena Defender girls, right now, they're in a little bit of trouble. They are losing their players. On the other hand, we have to talk about one gangster lady. They're going for the attack. Soda. Right now, she was taken down and she was eliminated one by one. Then again, we have to talk about Annie, Prewa. They need to be revived, I guess. So maybe Prewa can go for the next one. And from the Himai Town Recall Center, they can definitely recall the players. So that's going to be important. And then let's talk about the other players like Bear. She's here with us. We can talk about her other teammates. Exosphere, they're here at Yulin and they were able to get some early eliminations. Very good start from their side. Let's just talk about it. Let's just see how many points they can accumulate from here. So let's just go and see how are they doing. Exosphere test. She's here and right now she's going for the attack, I guess, but she knows that the enemy player will come in clutch once they expose their position. So that's why they're not really giving out any sort of information or anything like that. We can see Why Not Esports, they're in front of us as well. Bhumi is just trying to confirm some points or anything like that, but somehow her other teammates are in a very bad like a different position. So let's see if they can get a chance or not. Babybot, she's right now getting ready with a grenade. Let's just see if she can throw the grenade or get an elimination from this fight or not. Let's just see how many points they can get. So let's see. Okay, let's just talk about Jaopu. She's here, and so far she was able to confirm 2 elimination points. So yeah, that's a great start, but I really wish her to get some more in this one. Why Not Esports? Notoriously, she's here, but on the other hand, let's talk about the other team, GODSAINT girls. All their players were recalled, and they're ready for the fight. GS is just here and they are actually trying to hold on to the positions, but here we can see all of the players are just trying to move in and utilizing that vehicle they can move swiftly inside the random map. We can see the other players from BXG, Lingbi, Chang Baby, they're here, but Chang was taken down somehow. She's not in an ideal position, and the mercenary team, they're actually going for the eliminations. So yes, mercenaries, Eve was able to take 2 elimination from this fight already. She's in a good spot, and from that AUG A3 and the shotgun combination, it was a very good fight that we've already seen. Naxi, she's here with us as well, and the other players that are just trying to hold on to a little bit better. So here we can see all of our players, and right now Naxi, is just trying to move inside. Right now we can see Muskan, Candy, Naxi, they have their separate vehicles, so that separate vehicle will be helpful in this type of situation. Let's just hope that they don't cross any like other enemy players in front of them in a little bit, so that they can regroup a little bit. On the other hand, we have to talk about Exosphere. Right now they are in a little bit of trouble, and we can see Exosphere is just losing their players one by one. So right now they're fighting it out against Why Not Esports, and Why Not, they're in a very good spot to start with, so that good spot can be really helpful in this type of situations. We can see Miss Candy is just trying to move inside the circle with that Lotus vehicle, but that vehicle was stuck for some reason, and that broken Dacia thing was not really helping her at all. Why Not Esports needs to get into a better overall position, but notoriously is just trying to revive her teammate. So we will get I hope, and she will not get into any sort of trouble. But once again, other players like HORAA Esports, they're actually going for the fight. Okay, Jao was taken down somehow. They didn't know what to do. They didn't know about the whole situation, and it's not really looking good. Dori Dong, she was also eliminated. 3 elimination points went in directly. Exosphere, they are losing 2 of their players back to back, and that was not the way that they were actually playing previously. So let's just see if they can get a overall better result in this match. So far they have taken some elimination points, but they have to be even more careful because they are losing their chances to the for the recall, and the recall process are being ended over here. We can see Poppy right now, she is disconnected unfortunately. Maybe some internet related issues, maybe she is not really having a good time overall, but she needs to come back as quick as she can, because otherwise this will be a little bit of a trouble. Right now HORAA Esports is in front of us. Shubha and the other players will just go for the fight, and they have already spotted God's Omen. They're trying to deal some damages, but somehow it's gonna be tough. Ritika, she's here as well. Right now it's going to be tough, but what just happened, the vehicle is stuck a little bit, but no, the vehicles are not really stuck at well. Okay, so let's just see. Okay, okay, all right, okay, let's just see what are the players doing. Right now we can see HORAA Esports, Crystal, Didi, Ritika, all the players are just moving in all by themselves. In the Lohuazin area, they're actually a little too far away from the circle, so they have to move in, but somehow I feel like they're moving away from the circle, so that's not the way that we were actually expecting. We can see the other players like MAVS, Asteria, they're actually holding on to the position. We can see Zozo, we can see Sheru, and the other players are just trying to hold on to the position, but ADT Vanilla, she was eliminated against God's Omen, so a very bad position for the players, and MAVS and the other players are just trying to utilize their actual location. They're actually moving forward, and they don't want to stop in this position anymore. Right now the roads are a little bit better to drive in, so that's why Jojo is actually opting for the roads, but somehow she knows that we are watching her. That's why she's actually going for the field area itself. Right now Manok and the rest of the players are just going to hold on in this position for a little bit, but I feel like someone is watching, so they have to be really careful as well. Jojo and the other players has to watch out as well. But here we are, let's talk about JS or GODSAINT girls. GODSAINT is just trying to hold on to their position one by one. We can see all of the other players are just trying to move on, and here we are actually waiting for another chance. Let's see how many points that they can actually get. Over here we can see Avi, she's just trying to hold on, but somehow she was able to spot, but no knockout yet. Some damages were dealt to the enemy players, and GODSAINT girls will just try to run away as quick as they can. Mercenaries, they're in front of us right now, and they're actually going against Exosphere. Somehow Exosphere is not really interested to take this fight. Okay. Oh, that's a great knockout. Harley was able to take the knockout, but there were 2 different players, and somehow she lost that chance. Okay, that was unfortunate. Here we're actually going for the revival process, and Candy can definitely revive her teammate, and once that revival process gets completed, they will go back inside the fight. So a big miss for Exosphere lineup, as they lost a very big chunk of point in this game. Like every time we see a random map, we are actually thinking about the comebacks, all the setbacks of the players, but somehow the comeback was not really there for Exosphere Esports in this one. But let's talk about the other players. Mercenary Esports, they're in front of us right now. We can see Miss Candy and the other players are just getting ready to fight it out against the 22 PSYDUCK lineup. We can see Ayana Bai, She's here. Leah, Ayana, Yae, Gaga, and Irene. All the four players are just trying to hold on. But once again, the other players like G and Navin, they're actually having a bad position all by themselves. Matcha and player 404, both of them were eliminated on this fight. Pew Pew was able to get a very good start and two eliminations back to back. That's a great position that she's actually working with. Right now she needs to move inside the circle, and definitely if she can support her teammates, then that will be even better, I suppose. Right now why not esports is in front of us. We can see Babybot and all the other players are just trying to hold on to our position. Viewers, here we can see why not Babybot is just trying to hold on a little bit longer, but we can see all the other players like GA CEO and GA Navin. Right now they're actually moving in. The MAVS ASTERIA team, they have three players available in this battle already after losing Manok. They're in a little bit of like setback, I suppose, and they're actually holding on to the compounds a little bit more, as they were not really expecting to lose any of their players. Right now all the other players from God's Omen, right now they're here. Momi, she's here with us. We can see Tirisha, Lara, and Wheezy. All the players are just holding on to the position. Right now, Nora needs to go and revive her teammate, but GA, they're actually doing a wonderful job. Right now, if Nora can go and revive her teammate, that will be a clutch. But still, we have to watch out. Right now, Nora is just trying to move away as quick as she can. This can be a bad position, but already I can see Nora going for the next revival. That's going to be important. But Clutchy, what just happened? Oh my god, she missed it. Glads was able to confirm another knockout. That was not the way that they were actually expecting. Okay, here we can see Clutchy and the remaining players will be taken down. Oh, somehow they were missed out the position. Okay, they're going for the next one. Right now, no, Rose from GACO. They're here and they're trying to confirm as much as elimination point as they can get. Rose and the next ones are already in a bad position, but GODSAINT eventually, they were eliminated from this fight. We were expecting a little too much, I guess, from the GODSAINT girls, but they were trying their level best. So yeah, well, let's see if they can do better in the next one. Let's hope that they will not do any sort of a bad thing in the later part of the game. So they have 5 matches remaining. Already we can see GODSAINT is just trying to come back, and GS is in the top 4th position. JS ladies is just trying to climb up onto the ladder, but this is going to be a fierce competition if I'm not wrong. DETA, VELORA is just trying to move on. They have 4 elimination already. Except Milu, all the other players were able to get some elimination point, but young girl Mumi, right now they're actually moving in. Okay, Muskan was taken down, so one gangster ladies are just trying to hold on to the position, but Arena Defender girls are just gonna lose their players a little bit more. Milu is just trying to move inside the circle, but they have to be careful. JHDS ladies, they're in a bad position and they lost all their players. Somehow they were eliminated in this fight without taking any sort of points or anything like that. But we have to talk about Avia. She is there with us, and Via was trying to deal some damages to the ADITAMA team, and she was able to get an elimination point, so a good one. But Via needs to wait a little bit more because there are other players from ADITAMA side. Already we can see Rose was taken down. She was eliminated by Nahaya from DETA VELORA. God's Omen, eventually they were eliminated, and right now only 15 minutes has been passed. But here we can see 42 players. That's the beauty of Rondo. You get a second chance. You can come back whenever you are feeling down. You have a big chance for another big comeback. So that's the thing that we are really expecting. Okay, right now Shubha, that was a great knockout, and she was able to finish that enemy off without any sort of problems or anything like that. We can see Ace. Right now she's also surviving on this area, but she actually doesn't know about the enemy's location. That was not an enemy, by the way. That was a loot crate, if I'm not wrong, and she didn't know about the enemy's location. NKL team, they also have all their players available. I guess they can go for the revival. It will be tough, but still it's gonna be possible. So let's just talk about it. Let's just see how many points that they can get. NKL Mudeng, she's here as well. Irene is going for a revive, so once she gets it, she can come back definitely. Manok and the rest of the teams are here. Right now we can see GA team, they're here. Rose, right now she was taken down and she was blasted away with a vehicle blast, so that's unfortunate. We can see the other players like Arena Defender girls, they're going for the attack. Arena Defender, somehow they were eliminated on this fight. BXG were able to confirm this elimination point. So a great battle, as we have seen already. Back-to-back fights are here. NKL team is there with us. Iron is here, and we can see the other players from 22 PSYDUCK, they're in a little bit of trouble as well. Back-to-back knockouts can be really problematic in this position, so they cannot afford to lose this chance. We can see Yay Gaga, she's here, and right now she has a very low HP on herself. So she needs to wait it out. She needs to heal herself up. NKL will not let that happen, definitely. So they can wait a little bit longer. Right now, Irene needs to hold her position. They cannot afford to get a knockout or anything like that. That can be really problematic. But Irene, that's a great one. Right now, she's going for the next one. Another knockout. Great one. But can he go for the third one? No. Somehow, she was not really able to do anything in this position. Leah, she's there. But somehow, they were able to clutch from the situation. Very good. NKL, they didn't know what just happened, and somehow they lost all of their chances. G and Navin, they were also eliminated from this fight. We can see MAVS, Avi, and the other players are just trying to move in. We can see DETA Milu, she knows right now getting inside the circle is not going to happen. So she can like die outside the zone and not give the point to the enemy player. So that's going to be interesting. We can see all of the other players are just here going for the direct attack, but Abi, great performance from her side. She was able to confirm the elimination points against DETA, VELORA, and she can definitely revive all of her 3 knocked out teammates. So that revival is going to be game changing, and I feel like that revive will be a big plus point. So let's see how many points that they can get. Mercenary Esports is here, AMZ, Nexi, and the other players. So let's just talk about it. So let's see how many points that they can get. A Mercenary are just trying to hold on to the position, but here we are talking about a Mercenary Esports, Nexi, and the rest of the teams just trying to move inside. So MAVS, they're in a good position, and if they can utilize that, so they can definitely do a wonderful job. They have all the elimination point to begin with. MAVS and AMZ, they are the teams who have all their players available, but the rest of the players, they don't have all the players alive right now. So as we were expecting a little too much, that's not gonna happen, but still we will just try to hold on as long as we can. Why not Esports, they're here with 3 members as well. We can see 22 PSYDUCK, they're here with 2 members as well. We can see one GANGSTAR lady, they are here with 3 players, or I guess 2 players right now. One of them were eliminated on this fight. Then again, we have to go back to Bhumi. She's in a good spot, and she can definitely take the ridge help. And once she can go for the attack. That Molly can definitely lure out the enemy player, but I don't know if she was able to spot the player or not. Okay, 22 PSYDUCK were eliminated from this fight. We are down to the top 3. So let's see from these top 3 teams who gets the winner chicken dinner. Already we can see Notoriously was also taken down. She was not in a very good position to begin with, but after that we have to talk about Baby Bot. She's just trying to hold on to her position. I don't know if she can definitely spot the enemy players or not, but I guess she needs to go for the revival first. Once she can get the revive, then she can come back, I hope so. That's gonna be even more helpful. Eve, right now she was the highest elimination taker from this match so far that we have seen, but as of now she's knocked out, and not really sure if she can go for a revive or not. But I'm not really sure if Muskan and Abi are actually going for the same plan as well. Right now, Sheru from MAVS Esports, they need to use a lot of smoke so that they can move inside the circle. But that circle movement is going to be very much problematic for all the teams out there. All the smokes are deployed, and no one actually knows where the enemies are going to hold on to their position. So Sheru is just trying to utilize that vehicle peripheral vision, and that vision will be able to help her a lot. So Sheru just trying to move inside a little bit more. That smokes will be helpful, but those smokes, I'm not really sure if the other players are knowing about the whole situation whatsoever. But then again, Sheru was taking a lot of damages. Muskan was taken down. Not really sure if that was the plan or not, but why not? They're in a bad position as well. Right now, Bhumi is taken down. I'm not really sure if Babybot knows how to revive them. Okay, Candy was spotted. I guess Candy and the other players are going for the attack directly, but right now Babybot was revived. So yes, a good plan overall. And Eve was also taken down. Bad position. Candy, she's the one who's still surviving on this fight. Babybot was taken down with a grenade. But then again, why not Esports is just going for the direct attack, and yes, they were able to close it out. We can see a 2 versus 2, if I'm not wrong, 2 versus 1, maybe that's the case. But that quick revival is going to help them out. Notoriously is going to revive her teammate, but Babybot, she needs to heal as quick as she can. those quick healing that can be really helpful, but those smokes that will be even better, I guess. But 2v4, it's going to be really tough. So let's see how many points that they can get. Bhumi can definitely give some position out to the players, but Baby Bot, that was a bad move. Right now she doesn't know where to move at. They don't have the zone support anymore, and Notoriously was eliminated. So the winner chicken dinner is going to none other than MAVS eSport. So let's just talk about it. And all of the players are just trying to move in as quick as they can. So viewers, the match has ended, and here we are getting ready for another big game all by ourselves. So viewers, how many points are the teams getting? So let's just talk about it, and I hope you guys were actually having a wonderful game itself. So yes guys, I was really interested to see all of the players, and everyone was trying their level best. So I hope it was really exciting, and in the next one we will see some better action, I hope. And congratulations to MAVS ASTERIA for taking this winner chicken dinner. Amazing stuff from their end, and we expected nothing less. Very good match from their end, but the results are coming up. So let's just talk about it, and let's see how many points are they accumulating. So let's just talk about it. And viewers, I hope you guys are excited for the next couple of matches and every detail. So let's just see how many points are they getting or not. So viewers, how many points are you thinking that the team gonna get? So let's talk about it. MAVS ASTERIA, they took a huge chunk of elimination, 14 kills to be precise. So 14 elimination, amazing start, amazing performance from their side. Let's just see if they can get a little bit better points in the next match as well. So back-to-back win can definitely boost their chance to win this event and get to the grand finals in a very good fashion. So let's just talk about it. And here we can see Sheru. She was able to take the most elimination from their side, but Eve was even better in this fight. Eve was able to confirm a total of 9 elimination on this fight. So these 9 elimination will definitely be helpful, but after that we are gonna talk about the rest of the players. So of everyone else and every other players are just trying to deal a lot of things, a lot of damages everyone is just trying to do. But let's talk about the match report. Eve. So 2 times we can see Eve over here, and she is doing a wonderful job. 9 elimination and 1500 plus overall damages for her side. That's gonna be amazing. Bhumi was able to take 2 grenade elimination. That was really important. NKL user was able to take the longest elimination, and DETA Via was the top traveler from this match. Amazing stuff from their side. But the 7th match has been completed already. Let's just talk about the overall results. How many points are each team getting? That's my question at the end. So yes, we're looking for the results, and all the teams are actually excited for it as well. And here the match standings, that's in front of you. Asteria with 24 points right now, they're here. A Mercenary Esport is here with 20 points. So 2 teams getting 20 or plus points is really amazing. Then after that we can see Why Not Esports with 18 points, DETA VELORA with 10, Arena Defender Girls, they are here with 8 points. So only one single team going with 0, unfortunately. That is none other than JHDS ladies. So that team take like 0 points, but the rest of the teams are actually dealing a lot of things all together. So good stuff from their end, and I hope viewers, you guys were really enjoying the match thoroughly. So let's just talk about it. And here we can see all of the top 17 teams, but yesterday I thought I saw 18. I don't know what happened to the last one. So let's just talk about the overall top fraggers. Here we can see XSOPHERE Harley. She is here with 20 elims and 3500 overall damage. That's amazing. Manok, she's climbing up very fast. Eve is climbing up very fast. Young Girl and Sheru. Everyone is just climbing up very quickly. So the competition is fierce, and it's gonna get even fierce in the next one as well. So the top players, all the performances, everything was top notch. But viewers, I hope you guys were enjoying the match thoroughly. So if you didn't subscribe to the YouTube channel that you are watching the live on, do subscribe for the next one as well. But viewers, we are here for the next informations and all the details that will be put on to the screen in a little bit. And let's just talk about it. Here we can see all the players, everyone is just trying to hold on. And MAVS ASTERIA with 84 points right now, they are holding the top position. DETA VELORA, they're just coming back. XSOPHERE CAMEL, they went down a little bit more. A Mercenary Esports is making a comeback. Why Not Esports, they're also making a comeback as well. GODSAINT girls, they stepped down a little bit, and it was not really expected. So two teams from India, why not, and GODSAINT, both the teams are performing really well, and let's just wish them all the very best. Let's see how many points that they can accumulate from this one. 22 PSYDUCK, they're here with 42 points as well. We can see ADITAMA, Viper, G and NAVIN, one Gangster Lady, and all the other teams, they're here as well. But BXG and GACEO, they need to come back. They need to do even better on the next one so that they don't lose their chance for the grand finals. Viewers, we are actually waiting for one single match, and I hope all of the viewers who are actually watching this live stream are waiting very eagerly to know who is going to join us on the grand final. So I'm really eager as well. So let's just see how many points are all the teams getting. We have seen the overall results, but the last game remains. So one single match can turn the overall leaderboard around, and that's going to be really interesting that we are going to witness. So viewers, I hope you guys are enjoying the match so far. So let's just get ready. And after match number 7, Rondo has been played and we have one single match remaining. So I guess it's our time to say a very short little break is coming up. And after the break, we are actually getting ready for the final game of the night. So guys, don't go anywhere. We're coming back after a very short break. Alright, viewers, hello everyone. We're back once again. You guys are watching the Divas Battleground. Here we are on the final game, and here we will be able to see how many teams are actually qualifying for the grand finals. All the teams are getting ready, but here we are going back inside Pochinki. We're looking at a very fierce fight amongst all these players. So let's get ready for it. We can see all of our favorite players from the Asian regions. All the female players are getting ready for the fight, and BXG is one of them, but somehow they were not really able to provide as much as point as they were trying to get, and because of that they might not really able to qualify for the grand finals. But after that we are actually gonna talk about the next possible players as well, but we need to check out the overall circle as well. I don't know, the circle is definitely giving us some military base vibes, so that military circle can be really problematic for a lot of teams. But here we are actually talking about all the players right now. I want to zoom in on the teams, and here I can see BXG. Maybe they lost one of their players very early. That was not the way that they were actually planning this to be. But Chang baby, she knows she needs to deliver on this match, otherwise they will not really able to confirm their spot at the grand final. So they are actually trying their level best. But here, viewers, all the other teams are actually getting ready as well. We can see Arena Defender girls, they're here with us, and we can see Miss Sushi. She's here. Poppy, Sushi, Yona, and Penguin. All the four players are just getting ready for the fight, but we can see all the teams right now. They are actually coming back on this position. Maybe they can move inside the Pochinki area and get into some fights. Maybe that will be even more helpful. But Arena Defenders, they have to defend their position so that they don't lose their position inside this area, inside this map. But once again, the Mercenary Esports team are having a little bit of trouble. They are actually fighting it out against NKL. So it's gonna be a little bit tough. Let's see how many points that they can get. That's a good knockout, but somehow it was not really enough. So the first team to get off this plane and to get eliminated, that was a Mercenary Esport. So that was unfortunate, but somehow they got one elimination, so that's a good one. At least they got something to brag about. But NKL, they can have a big brag about the whole situation that they were actually going through. They were able to confirm some very important elimination points, and that's a big one. We can see Earn, we can see Mudeng, and the rest of the teams were getting a lot of elimination. But just now we can see the first 4 minutes, only 4 minutes have been passed, but within those 4 minutes, we have seen some very big clashes between the top tier teams. Right now, NKL will just try to move on inside the zone, and they have to watch out because the circle is definitely pushing towards the extreme southern sides. So those southern sides, those southern compounds will be very much occupied by all the players, and we have to watch out for that. But BXG, they're not really having a good position as of now. They lost one of their players as well, and it's really a bad sign for the team. We can see OMEN, they're here, but they have to fight it out against the other players. Some other teams are also joining in, and we can see ADITAMA Vipers, they're here. Okay, great grenade from Kuhu. I didn't thought she had the, I didn't think she had the chance to get the elimination, but yes, she was able to get it. Very nice. We can see the other players, like everyone is just trying to move on, and yes, that's gonna be even better. And let's just see how many points that they can get over here. Right now, all the players, everyone are just trying to hold on to their positions, and we can see Aditama, they'll just try to hold on to this single place for a little bit so that they can get some more elimination point. But OMEN, they will just try to confirm those elimination point against BXG, and if the other players are just coming in, then I will definitely suggest them to come inside Pochinki, because here we can see 3 teams are getting ready for the fight already, but there are more teams are incoming. We can see Ling B, so she's here, and we can see she doesn't have any helmet, so that's a bad sign already. We can see other players like Vanilla, she's here as well, and Vanilla right now she can go for the attack. She has those Vector and that how do I say this, the other guns are really looking good, but the Honey Badger, not really sure if she's gonna keep it or not. Maybe a AKM, or in some cases Barrel M762 can be really helpful in this type of situations, but somehow they're not really sure if they're gonna get it or not. Right now another grenade was thrown, but somehow BXG was not really taking any sort of any damages from that grenade, so they're not really taking any chances at all. They are splitting up right now, and the teams are gonna get into some more troubles, as we can see already. Didi from HORAA Esports is just trying to get some elimination points, and maybe in the school section they are going for some big battles that we are going to talk about. Okay, Chang, she was taken down already, so there is only one single player remaining in this battleground, so I'm not really sure if she will be able to go for the revive or not. Right now Lara is going for a different position, and yes, BXG were eliminated from this fight. Linby, she was eliminated with a molly, but that molly was a self molly Molotov. I'm not really sure if that was the plan, but somehow BXG was not really expecting any points from this one, and somehow they died a very bad death. Unfortunate for them, but we can see the other teams like Arena Defender Girls, they're just getting ready for another exciting clash, as we have seen already. We can see the other teams like HORAA Esports, they're actually getting ready for the fight. Shubha, then Ritika, then Crystal, Didi, all the players are just trying to hold on to the position, and one by one we will see the other players will try to move inside Pochinki. As we were talking about it a little bit earlier, the Pochinki side will be a big place where everyone will try to move in, and once again we will see another big fight. Why not? They're actually going for the fight. Mudeng was eliminated. Why not Esports were able to confirm an elimination point. Baby Bot, she's doing a wonderful job, and right now they have to fight it out against the remaining players from NKL Esports. NKL were able to take some very early elimination. That was a great start, but they have to fight it out once again. That's gonna be a little bit tough, so let's see how many points that they can get. What I don't know what just happened, but let's just see. NKL, the team are in a little bit of a bad position, as we can see already. They're just trying to hold on to their position, and one by one the grenades will fly onto their sides, and they might be able to get a little bit damage, as we are expecting over here. PUP was able to take a very good knockout in this position, but somehow Arn, I don't think she has what it takes. Okay, that's a good one. Might be taken down, and that can be a bad situation for her. Right now she needs to be healing herself up. She lost quite a big chunk of her HP, but the other players from Why Not Esports, they are going for the direct attacks. That like red dot spray was superb, and that superb spray is actually helping her a lot. Baby Bot, she's actually going for a different vibe all by herself, but I'm not really sure if Arn will be able to survive this fight or not. She's going for a cover, but that cover will not really help her out at all, and NKL were eliminated from this fight. Pew Pew was really unfortunate. I'm really feeling bad for her because she didn't know what to expect. The enemies were coming really close, but somehow that spray was superb, and because of that she died a very bad death. So that was it, and after that we are going for the next possible teams, and here we can see 22 PSYDUCK. They're going for the direct attack. Yay Gaga was able to confirm an elimination point, and yes, a great start for the team, but right now they have to move inside the circle so that they don't get any sort of zone damages. So that zone damage can be a little bit of a problem, so they have to watch out, but I guess they can move inside the circle as they have all the vehicles are being prepared. With those vehicles, with the help of the vehicles, they can move in very swiftly without being noticed by any other squads. So right now the circle is shifting towards the south, not really extreme southern shift, but still, as we were expecting and we were talking about it, that extreme shifts can be a little bit problematic. So yes, let's just talk about it, and here we can see all of the teams are just getting ready for the fight. DIVAS Battleground is heating up. We can see some of the teams are just coming from the military base side. So from the military area we will be able to see some very big fight, as we are actually looking forward to one gangster lady are just here. So let's just see how many points that they can get over here in this point. And right now XSOPHERE, they're also holding on to their position. Right now they're not really interested to take any fights, as we can see already. Some of the other teams are just moving inside the zone. They have no one to fight against, so that's why they are just moving quickly inside the circle. But after that we are actually going to talk about the next possible circle movement. I just want to zoom in on the team right now, because without the circle information, like, we have nothing to say about. And here we can see all of the players. Like, we can see Arena Defender Girls Sushi, she's here with us right now. She's actually going for the fight, and AD team, they're here as well. We can see the other players like God's Omen, they were eliminated from this fight. ADT were able to confirm 6 total elimination points, so a good start from their side. They didn't lose a single player. That's the most important thing that they were actually doing. But the other players are just have to be really careful so that they don't lose their chance for the chicken dinner or the victory as we are expecting it to be. But once again, the other teams are actually fighting it out. GA, they are actually going for the battle, and we can see the teams are going for the aggressive movements. Okay, that was a good one. GSCEO were eliminated, but at the end it was 22 PSYDUCK who were still surviving in this battleground, and already they have accumulated total 4 elimination points. So great points from their side, but one of their players were eliminated. Leah was taken down very badly, so she's the one who will not really continue in this match. But the rest of the players, they can definitely do a good job, and they will try to get as much as point as they can get. Shubha, Ritika, Crystal, and Didi, right now they are still holding on to their positions. But here we can see HORAA Esports, after securing their first elimination point, they are really holding on, and they don't want to lose any chances to get any sort of points. With that full M416, Crystal is trying to spot out some players from GA NAVIN, but ADT is also in front of them. So I guess Arena Defender Girls will have a chance to fight it out, and that will be even more exciting. As we can see already, we can see NAVIN player 404 and here are the 2 different players who are still surviving, but the rest of the guys, they just died an early death. That was really bad. I hope they will come back very quickly. And once again, viewers, we are looking at all the players here, and the rest of the teams are just getting ready. But the zone, I don't know if this zone is actually moving towards the military side. That will be really confusing for a lot of players. Like, everyone came inside the zone, everyone is going for the mainlands, but if the zone is actually moving towards the military base, then that can be a big problem. I want to check out on the map if it is possible, and definitely that can show us some very big information of about all the players out here. Yes, that was it. Military base circle. My god, at the end game it was a big problem for all the players who were actually holding on to the mainlands. Right now the circle is actually favoring one gangster lady, so they can have the last laugh. If they can have the zone support, that will be really amazing. But once again, all the other teams are getting ready for the fight, and here we can see the teams are going for the big clash. Somehow HORAA Esports were taking a little bit of damage, so right now they have to fall back. They have to watch out so that they don't lose their players. But HORAA Esports is split up, so not really sure what are they gonna do over here. They will go for the revive or they will go for the movement as soon as they can. So that's another thing that we are going to talk about. Over here we can see NAVIN. They are here just holding on to their position, minding their own businesses, but somehow, why not esports? They're in a good position that they can utilize over here and they can get a lot of elimination point in the end game, if I'm not wrong. Okay, GS, GODSAINT girls, they're here as well. So two of the teams actually shared the lobby a lot, but somehow these two teams, maybe they can get into some fights. So let's just talk about it, but somehow, why not? They knows about the enemies, and that's why they're not really giving out any sort of information or anything like that. But they have to save their vehicles as well. I don't know if that vehicle will be like helpful in this situation or not. Here we can see MAVS ASTERIA is actually going for some more knockouts as well, and here we can see Didi and Ritika, two of their players are being knocked out as of now. But I don't know, like Shubha or Crystal, can they survive this fight or not? Didi was eliminated eventually. The only elimination taker from HORAA Esports has been eliminated, so it's not really the plan that they were actually thinking about. But once again, we have to talk about XSOPHERE. XSOPHERE is coming up on the kill feed right now, and they are actually holding on to their positions. They're in a good spot to begin with, but right now, as they are almost qualified to the grand finals, they can shake off their positions and they can go for the direct attacks, which will be definitely interesting to see. We can see Doridong and the other players are just trying to move on as quick as they can, but if they can get a hovercraft or any other sturdy vehicle that they can utilize over here, that will be definitely appreciable. But once again, we are looking at the other teams like JHDS ladies. They're here and they got a big chunk of points from the first couple of matches, so they're not really worried that they about the qualification or anything like that, so they're just chilling over here. Once again, we can see Harley, she's here with us, our top fragger, definitely. So she will just try to confirm as much as elimination point as she can get over here. But viewers, we are actually going to talk about the next set of players. We can see Dodidong, we can see Jaupu, we can see Harley, Test. Everyone are just trying to hold on to their respective positions. So let's just hope for the best. But viewers, we can see Dodidong, Jaupu, Harley, they're actually holding on as well. Jab is just getting ready once again, but we can see the other players as well. Ace was taken down, and Ace, she had a very bad position that she was not really sure how to deal with. Rose, she's here as well, but Rose, she is in a bad spot of her own as well, but right now she needs to heal herself up, but she can definitely utilize some support, but that is not really available, so she needs to go for the attack all by herself. But once again, we can see JHDS ladies there right now, they're actually doing great, but the grenades and those molotovs are taking its toll, and JS is going for the direct attack. Not really sure how many points ADITAMA will be able to take. Yes, that was the finish, and they only took 6 elimination points, so we were expecting a little too much, but somehow that was not really there for us. We are actually going to talk about another team, that is JS. So GODSAINT girls, they're here as well. We can see Nora, Clutchy, Evil, and MM. All of the players are here with us, and nice one from Evil X with an AKM 6x combo. She was able to take a very good knockout against Why Not Esports. Right now they will just try to heal herself up, but that damage was pretty spectacular, and definitely Why Not Esports was not really expecting anything like this, so that's gonna be tough. And here we can see one gangster lady team. They're just trying to hold on to their positions, but here we can see GA, NAVIN, and the rest of the teams are just trying to get inside the position. So MAVS, they are in a good spot so far, and they can definitely wipe out the enemy teams, but they have to be careful because Why Not and GODSAINT, two of the teams are just having a very good position that they can utilize over here. So right now we can talk about Miss Sheru. She's just waiting over here, but with those vehicle movements they can move inside the zone very quickly, but I don't know if that's going to be possible because they have one very important enemy team that they have to deal against in front of them, and that is the DETA VELORA squad. So I don't know, DETA, what are they up to right now? They are using their utilities, they are using their smokes and everything so that they can move inside. but they have one important enemy player in front of them, and that is Maves. Zozo, I'm not really sure if Zozo can move away, but right now I guess she will just try to move away as quick as she can. But she is in an interesting position. Maves are like aware of the whole situation. They knows about this DETA squad, but the other guys like GA, they are actually losing their players. NAVIN is in a very bad situation all by herself, and once again we're going to talk about Sheru. She's here with us. They have to move inside the zone, and that quick movement can be really problematic. The circle is actually moving towards the military base, and one gangster lady are just laughing at the corner. They knew exactly what to plan over here, and they were like sure that the circle is gonna come towards the military side, and that's why it's their match for the taking. But they have to be careful so that they don't get spotted in front of any other enemy teams, and that's going to be really tough for them. So they just have to watch out. And here we are, viewers. Let's just talk about it, and let's just see how many points our Maze is gonna take. Manok, she's here with us, but then again, we're going to talk about one gangster. The gangster team are just here over here, and right now they are just trying to hold on. Bear can definitely spot out some of the enemy players, and here we can see Miss Annie as well. Annie and the other ones are just trying to hold on. They want to catch up, and we can see Exosphere as well. Exosphere is just trying to hold on to the position as well. The circle is definitely like interesting, and still it has a lot of like water body inside. So the teams who are actually waiting at the eastern side, they have to move as well. The team are actually waiting at the western edge, so they'll have to move as well. So this is going to be a really confusing circle for a lot of teams. Exosphere are just trying to move on very quickly, but they have to stop because some other enemy teams are coming in front of them, and that's going to be really tough. So not really sure what are they up to, and here we will be able to see another big fight, but DETA VELORA were eliminated from this fight. Exosphere are just holding on to their positions, but they are in a bad spot all by themselves. The vehicles are not really gonna support them too much, but still they have their like confidence. The fire part that they were using were absolutely top notch, and yes, that was a good one. Maze were eliminated. Manok and the rest of the team didn't stand a chance. GS Emim was able to take another good elimination. Exosphere test, she was jumping off the vehicle, and because of that she was having a bad situation. She was taken down. Ayana, Gaga, and the rest of the players are just trying to move inside the circle, but that's not going to be that easy. The circle is not really helping the one gangster team as well, and it's going to be a big like water circle if I'm not wrong. Only a few teams are going to have the chance, so that's going to be interesting. HORAA esports, they were eliminated. Right now it's only 21 minutes, but still we have 7 teams and 20 players available for the fight. Maves, they are going for the direct attack, and right now Dotidong was taken down. Only one single player, Harley, she's alive and she is ready to go, and she was able to recover her other teammates, so that was important. That recovery was very much top notch. The grenade is going to be a good one. Okay, nice grenade. Harley was able to take a knockout, but right now she needs to go for the finish. So is the finishing coming up for 22 PSYDUCK? That's the only question that I have in my mind. But yes, that was it. Right now PSYDUCK was eliminated, so we have the top 5 teams in front of us. The MAVS ASTERIA was also eliminated. Right now 16 players from 5 different teams are available on this fight, so that's going to be even better. XSOPHERE were in a bad place. JHDS ladies, they were eliminated after taking 8 elimination from this fight. Then again, we have to talk about GS GODSAINT girls versus Why Not Esports. They're actually doing a wonderful job. Babybot is getting ready with a grenade. That grenade can be definitely problematic for the player. Emim can get spotted. I don't know if she knows about the enemy's location, but somehow she will get into a lot of trouble and she will be eliminated. GODSAINT girls were eliminated after taking 4 placement and 4 elimination point. Right now we are down to the top 3, in which we can see only one single player, Jopu. She's available for the fight, but one gangster ladies are having a little bit of trouble against Why Not Esports, and Why Not are actually saying why yes, we are going to take the winner chicken dinner. That's gonna be another big victory, I suppose, but they have to watch out against Jaupu and Exosphere, because somehow Jaupu is in a good spot already, and if the zone doesn't create any sort of problem, then she can definitely wait it out and she can definitely go for some good movement. That's another thing that we're going to expect. Prewa is just moving inside the zone, and with the smoke support she can definitely try to move inside as quick as she can, and why not esports? I'm not really sure if they are aware of the whole situation. So let's just wait and see how many points that they can get. Oh, that's a bit of trouble. And one gangsters were able to spot her out. So that's another finish. Exosphere Camel were eliminated after taking 8 points over here. But after that, we are gonna talk about why not versus one gangster lady. So 3 versus 3 once again. It's going to be a heck of a fight. But let's see how many points the winning team gets. So far, we can see 10 elimination for why not and 5 elimination for one gangster lady. One gangster, they were just holding their positions outside the zone of all the time. They were holding their positions at the military base, but after securing their zone and everything, they went in directly and they were able to confirm 5 elimination. But on the other hand, we have seen that in the Philippine region, Why Not Esports were very much dominant and they were able to confirm a lot of elimination points. That's really good. But okay, Notoriously was taken down, and Annie from one gangster lady were able to confirm an elimination point. So that's a bad move for Why Not Esports. Not really sure. Can they survive from those grenade attacks? That grenade barrage was taking a toll from the player, but somehow the zone is really moving and all the players are having a little bit of a tough situation, as we have seen already. Prewa, then Soda and Annie, all of the players are just holding on to their positions, but one by one, all of the team are just moving inside very quickly. The zone is really pushing them, and the zone push is going to be really tough. Somehow, okay, Bhumi was taken down. So only one single player, Baby Bot. It's all her fight. I don't know if she will be able to survive this one or not. Okay, that's a good knockout, but that was it. Her position was exposed, and one gangster lady was able to get the final blow. They were able to get the finishes, amazing stuff, and an amazing finish that we were expecting. So, one gangsters, congratulations for taking this amazing chicken dinner. Why not esports? They tried their level best. Exosphere esports, they also tried their level best, but somehow they came in close, but they were not really able to get quite the chicken dinner that we were actually expecting. So, guys, I hope you guys were enjoying the match thoroughly, and let's just get ready for the final results. If the results are gonna show up, then we will talk about it, and after that, we are actually waiting to see how many teams are actually qualifying for the grand finals. So, the results, all the details that's actually showing up. So, let's just talk about it. Yes. One gangster lady, congratulations for their amazing victory with 8 elimination. That means a total of 18 points from their side. So 18 points, a chicken dinner, a very good one, a big comeback that they were actually expecting. So yes, that chicken dinner has going for them. But let's talk about the overall points and all the details. So viewers, in Erangel, they have taken a total of 8 elimination, but we have seen that Annie was able to take 3, Soda was able to take 2, Bear was able to take 2, and Preva was able to take one single elimination from this fight. Amazing stuff from their side, and we really expect them to do even better in the grand finals if they're qualifying for it, by the way. So let's just talk about it, and here we are gonna talk about the next possible information. The MVP, most beautiful Why Not Esports Baby Bot, was able to get the MVP title from this match. Amazing stuff from her side. 726 overall damage and 4 elimination from this match. Amazing stuff from her side. 5 knockouts, 2 assists, 500 plus overall healing, and 25 minutes of survival time. Gave in a lot. So yes, a great match for her side, and definitely I wish her to do better in the next one as well. But viewers, let's just see how many points are all these teams getting, and the overall results is coming up in a little bit. So that's the most important thing that everyone is actually excited about. So let's just get ready for it. One gangster lady has a total of 18 points. Why Not Esports has a total of 16 points. JHDS ladies, they got a total of 11 points. 22 PSYDUCK, they took a total of 9 points as well. So these are the top teams. Exosphere, GODSAINT, and a lot of teams took a lot of points. But GA NAVIN, Arena Defender Girls, and BXG, they were really unfortunate. They didn't take too many points, unfortunately, and because of that, they are taking an early exit from this event. Not really sure if they are going to qualify, but I want to see the overall results. Is it coming up, bro? Hello? Okay. So Yeah, so right now we are actually going for the second runner-up, so third position holder of this regional finals. Let's just talk about them. So who is it gonna be? Let's talk about it. Yes, there is none other than DETA VELORA. Congratulations with 66 overall points. They are in the third overall position, second runner-up. Amazing stuffs. Congratulations to Milu, young girl, and her other teammates. They were amazing, a total domination in the day one, but day two was not really up to their mark, and that's why they just climbed down a little bit. But after that, we are going to talk about the first runner up, the second overall position holder that's gonna show up in front of us. So let's just get ready. Drum rolls, please. Exosphere, they are here with us. Congratulations to Exosphere Camel for taking a total of 71 points without any chicken dinner, by the way. They took 51 elimination point. That was amazing. I mean, they were a big force to reckon with, but congratulations for this amazing battle. As we have seen already, 71 was a big chunk of point. But let's talk about the champion team of this battle. And here we are talking about the regional finals. Let's talk about the overall champion. Who is it going to be? I hope it's gonna be interesting. And here we are. Let's talk about it. Let's just get the drum rolls, please. That is none other than MAVS ASTERIA. Congratulations for taking this regional final championship title. Congratulations to ASTERIA. All the players did an amazing job. 89 points in total, one chicken dinner, and 59 total elimination point. Amazing stuffs. Definitely wish them all the very best, and let's hope that they can win this through and get the best possible results in the upcoming grand finals as well. MAVS ASTERIA, they have a total of 89 points. Exosphere, they just came back in the final game with 71 points. They are here with the second overall position, and the third position we can see DETA VELORA. Why not esports? They were a big threat to all the teams. They had a total of 65 points. Then after that, we can see a mercenary esports, GODSAINT girls, JHDS ladies, one gangster lady. They are actually performing really well. But in the grand finals, I'm definitely willing to see which of the teams are going to get the best overall results. Let's just get ready for it. But I hope viewers, you guys are very much excited to see all the teams, all the points and everything, and I hope it's going to be even better. So I guess it's our time to say goodbye. We will definitely come back at the grand finals, but before that, it's our time to say goodbye. I will see you guys in the next one, and until then, everyone have a very good night. I'll see you in the next one.